Hello. Hi. It's time for Legend of Korra. Season 2, episode 10 we're doing today. And, in the previous episode, we jumped into the spirit world. We were led there by Jinora. Feels like it's been a while since I watched the previous episode, so I'm catching myself up in my head. Yeah. We were led there by Jinora, and so now we're in it, and I think we're coming sort of toward the climaxy bits of the season, because I mean, I can't remember how many episodes there are in this, but I can scroll down and find out. There are 14 episodes in this season, and we're on episode 10, so 5 episodes to go. So yeah, we can start hitting some climaxy bits right now. And then we'll be moving on to season 3, which I've heard amazing things about. People, like, even people who are average on Korra tend to tell me that season 3 is the best Korra gets. So I'm looking forward to that, but I'm not going to look too far ahead. I'm going to focus on season 2 for now. And I have been really enjoying season 2, so I think I will continue to enjoy season 2. Also, fun fact, I recently pre-ordered because you guys, if you've been watching the series, will know that I own the Avatar Legends TTRPG books, right? And that's like one big thing that I talked about at the start of the series, was that like I own these books, and this book, like, there's a bunch of stuff in here that is about like Legend of Korra, and I just like specifically don't look at Legend of Korra related stuff that's in this book, but I know that there are. That's Katara, she's not from Legend of Korra, but you know, there are characters in here that are from Legend of Korra, like Korra, there you go. So like there are stuff. Oh, and she's with spirits in that one. I shouldn't be looking. I've never noticed that she's like with spirits in that picture. I thought that picture was pretty spoiler free, but I guess it does have a little bit of a minor spoiler. The reason I'm saying that is because they are releasing a new, like, it's not going to be a book that's this big, but it's going to be a smaller book than this, but it's going to be a book about Republic City and a bunch of stuff in Republic City, and I pre-ordered that book because I've been loving this show and I've been loving this series and doing it with you guys, so I've got that book pre-ordered. It probably will be ages before it gets to me, but when it does get to me, maybe I'll still be doing Legend of Korra and I'll show it off on the video. So anyway, let's stop talking. I'm sorry I talked so much. Let's just jump into season 2, episode 10 of Legend of Korra. Full length is on my Patreon account in the description below, as well as early access next, 4 or 5 episodes or something on my Patreon account now, so go check that out, and support the video if you can. I love reading the comments. Okay, here we go. Episode 10 of Season 2 of Legend of Korra. Chapter 10, A New Spiritual Age.
If anything happens to her, I won't be able to forgive myself.
She's very
She'll
smart,
be okay.
and she obviously has a strong connection to the spirits.
They'll be defenseless.
Excuse me.
Why don't you two get some sleep? I'll take the first watch.
Wake us up if you need.
Oh, they're like a D&D party.
Please come back soon.
Aww. Does she feel the head pat?
Isn't it beautiful?
I hope she feels like a little bit of warmth
Just
on her head.
Hold on!
Hey!
Uh-oh.
Where you going, you giant clod?
Sorry.
Sorry.
The Avatar. Not impressed.
The spirit portals? No, I did, but...
Well, if you open it,
Oh my
how come you
God.
know where it is, huh?
This really is a residential area.
I don't trust her.
Get away from me! Ugh.
Yep, can't use your
Did you guys
bending.
see that? She tried to bend at us.
Your energy is upsetting them. You're only making it worse.
Yeah, when you be bratty and aggressive towards them, spirits will know. Holy shit! Whoa! Oh, we split up from Jinora?
Jinora?
Oh no.
Jinora!
Oh my god! Those really do kind of look like Ben 10 alien type things. Downvote. I dislike that. Oh my god, that's weird.
Jinora!
Oh no, Korra's a kid again.
Hello? I'm lost. Can anyone help me?
Is it like Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, where it's like, if you're pure of heart and you're doing this for the right reasons, like,
Is that
your
you?
path is easy.
You're so big here.
Aww. Ooh.
It's like an awesome treehouse.
Whoa.
Grandpa Aang came here. It's Wan Shi Tong's spirit
It
library.
is. I've got the book about it. It's back there. Actually, no, it's on my bed now. I threw it on the bed at the start of this video.
Ah, get away!
Don't punch spirits. She didn't. She was defending herself, but. Oh no. Oh, great job. You've just killed the spirit.
You just scared me.
Aw.
You two look lost.
Huh?
Maybe I can help you.
Huh?
I was good friends with Avatar Aang.
What the fuck, Iroh?
Hello, Korra.
What the fuck? Iroh! Like the actual
I'm
Iroh.
glad you to celebrate Mei Jim's wedding.
Well, that's nice, Iroh.
You marry each other.
Complete opposites? I know.
I tried to fight it, but she really grew on me.
Spirit, they are spirit cakes, so you won't gain any weight. Of course, you won't lose any either.
This part of the spirit world isn't so scary.
This is this like Alice in Wonderland inspired?
That's
This
right.
looks like it.
You can still taste a little light in every cup.
Oh. I don't know, what if it's shitty tea? Okay. Apparently it's not shitty tea. Iroh knows how to make tea. People loved his tea in the in Avatar. Oh my god, I can't believe we're back in the library.
I could just stay in here forever.
Are we gonna see
reading.
Wan Shi Tong? Yes, we are.
Human who said that is still here.
Oh, he died! Well, he,
Professor Zhang.
of course he
I
died.
see that you have some knowledge of the past. Get out.
I thought anyone could come in. If
He
they
doesn't have as
wanted
bassy a
to.
voice as he used
Those
to,
are
does
the
he?
old rule. He who knows 10,000 things.
I'll teach you a
Well, since
10,000
we've
and
been down
first
in the
thing.
Spirit world.
There is a box, and inside the box there is a tiny man who sings and plays instruments.
And converts them into electromagnetic energy that is
Aw,
transmitted through
Jinora
the
is
spectrum.
All right.
very
enough.
clever girl.
Apparently, I have been fed some misinformation about the existence of tiny men in boxes. I'll know.
Yeah. Don't piss him off.
Hurry!
But you
They
won't,
say that the
Jinora.
name of
You're
my
responsible.
show, I chose to leave my body behind.
Wow.
Come to the spirit world.
That's
It
crazy.
can be a wonderful place.
And it
I've
makes
made
a lot
so
of sense
many
for him.
friends.
But he would have left Zuko behind then, wouldn't he?
What's wrong?
No, it's not okay.
Oh no,
Jinora's
Korra.
gone, and I need to find her. I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah. Oh my god, yep. That's a good representation of
Say something to her.
Korra being like
The one with the big mouth.
emotionally
Korra,
immature.
please Stop.
I'm sorry.
Good job, Korra. Nice. Everything's back to normal.
You can often find it.
Yeah,
If you look for the dark, that is all you will ever see.
that's very wise,
My
Iroh.
friend.
You can't
Why didn't
materialize
she come out like
goals.
I'm afraid finding her won't be so easy.
the sun? Where do I go?
The dragon bird nest is located there.
At the top of Mount
High
Doom.
Iroh Peak.
My god, well that's where all the negative energy is spiraling around. Nice. That was easy. Thank you.
Thanks. This is it.
Aww, gave him a good pat. That was his tip. He was waiting on his tip. It was a pat.
Will again risk being consumed by darkness.
Makes sense.
When Wan Shi Tong told me he had a visitor,
What?
I had to see it with my own eyes.
Oh
I can't
no.
believe Tenzin sent his daughter here instead of coming himself.
Unalaq has proven to be a true friend to the spirits,
Has he?
unlike the Avatar.
Oh, I guess to the
Why
spirits,
would you
yeah,
wanna
he
help Want to
has.
escape?
Why don't you come with me?
What do you
So
believe's
can
gonna
see
happen?
firsthand
Unalaq.
research.
Oh shit. Aww.
This mountain is his home. When you first met him, you were frightened. But does he seem scary to you now?
Aww.
When we shine a light on them.
Aww.
It was good to meet you. Come visit me again. In this life.
Or the
Or
next.
the next.
Iroh can be in every Avatar series, I guess.
Okay?
See ya, Iroh. It was good to see you again. Oh my god. Eh.
You just look that way. I have light inside. My name is Korra, and I'm taking this dragon bird home.
Oh. Have positive energy. Oh good, they turned into equally horrific creatures. It's quite a long way up, but at least you're riding one of them. The others don't need to come. Oh my god! Whoa! Is it a dragon? Or a phoenix? Oh, and Korra's back to, I was about to say adult, but I guess teen? Late teen? I don't know.
Now let's close that portal and go find Jinora.
Wow, I forgot how Korra sounded for a second. I forgot Janet Varney's voice until this moment. Damn. Let's close it this episode. And then we can just, you know, have some 4 slice of life episodes.
Return, brother.
Oh, whoa, cool shot.
The harmonic convergence.
I like
is
that.
coming Soon. That is if you want to save your friend.
Oh god. Shit. And Unalaq can use his bending in this realm, or at least that part of his
You
bending.
made me think you wanted to restore balance with the spirits, but this...
Don't do it, Korra!
Oh man. Oh god.
Or lose your friend's soul forever.
Oh my god, Unalaq.
Stop! I'll do it.
It's not just about Jinora either, like what that would do to Tenzin. It would destroy Tenzin as well. Oh my god. Shit! Oh god. Has he broken the seal or not yet? Oh shit, yeah, no, he can straight up bend here.
You should have come through the portal. Then you could do this.
Oh! If you go through the portal, you can bend. Oh. Well, we're fucked. Oh my god. You make your spirit unbendable. Oh, here comes the Phoenix thing. Hell yeah. Okay, luckily we made a friend in the spirit world in a short amount of time.
See you soon, brother. Have my revenge.
God damn it.
What was it like? Did you manage to close the portal?
Uh,
Was Jinora able to help you?
This is kind of the
Tenzin,
opposite
I'm
in every
sorry.
meaning. Oh my god.
Korra, what happened to my little girl?
Oh. Oh. Oh no. Korra was on the brink of crying, so I'm on the brink of crying. Whew. Okay. All right. That was a pretty good episode. It had some, I mean, well, it had some little fun things in there for Avatar fans. So, I mean, not only do we see Iroh, but we see Wang Shitong. I always double check the name on the book, but we see Wang Shitong in this episode as well. And I mean, it's great to see them again. We do have the thing where, like, obviously, Iroh's voice actor is different-ish, but I imagine this is still the same voice actor that they had in Book 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender after Mako had passed away, and they swapped the voice actor out. I forgot his name. Is it Chris something? I imagine that's still the same guy that they've got here. And there, you know, he had to do like a lot more lines in this than he kind of did back in Avatar Book 3, where he actually wasn't talking much there. Greg Baldwin, that's what his name is. Sorry, did I say Chris? Greg Baldwin. So yeah, like what was I saying? So like I could tell that, you know, it was the new Iroh voice actor, obviously, but hey, there's nothing you can do about that. I do feel like with Wan Shi Tong, I feel like it was probably the same actor, but when we originally see Wan Shi Tong in Avatar, I feel like he has a bit of an effect on his voice or something, or he does a bit of a deeper voice. It sounds like it might be the same voice actor, but he doesn't remember properly how to do the voice, and they're not putting the same effect on it, where I feel like that made him come across as a little more intimidating in Avatar The Last Airbender. It's not a big deal. I don't really mind that much, but it just was something that I was noticing, was that I just like wasn't as intimidated. Also, they leaned more into the comedy with him right away here, where he, you know, thought a radio was a tiny man in a box or whatever. But that's fine. Like, I feel like you can still have a character, you know, be intimidating, and also and I also think Wan Shi Tong, when we first see him, like, there are moments where we have funny things going on, but then when shit gets real, shit gets really real. So I don't know. I feel like it was literally just an effect on the voice that I would have liked, just like one extra little thing. It was like an echoey effect or something. I can't really remember properly, but I feel like that's what I have in my head. But anyway, that was a cool episode. They had, I mean, it was kind of a, you know, character being lost in a weird foreign land type thing. I feel like it was very like Alice in Wonderland themed. The fact that they were at like a dinner table or whatever, where Iroh, I guess, is kind of like the Mad Hatter or the White Rabbit or something. I don't know where exactly the metaphor happens there, but and the fact that there's like a teapot there, which is very like Alice in Wonderland, and the cake kind of reminded me of it as well. And I think there is a bit where she falls down into like a spiraling hole or whatever, which reminds me of obviously Alice falling down the rabbit hole. So I feel like there was a lot of that sort of stuff inspired. I mean, you know, fully all cards on the table. Those kinds of stories I'm not a huge fan of. I just like a character exploring like a land that's like a bunch of weird stuff happening and obscure stuff just appearing on screen and stuff. It's not my favorite type of thing. So yeah, when it comes to like surrealism in these sorts of shows, I don't connect with it as much. So I probably didn't connect with those parts of this episode as much. But I liked seeing Iroh again. I mean, you know, it sucks, but it's, you know, it makes sense that unalaq uses Jinora against her. And then I like the idea that, so if you get into the spirit world by, you know, the meditation way, then your spirit is going in there and you're leaving your body behind. But the disadvantage of that is you don't have your bending. But if you go through the portal, it's your spirit and your body going through the into the spirit world. And so you can have your bending there, which is how unalaq was able to bend, and he's much stronger than Korra and Jinora there, because he has bending and they don't. And he also has like kind of control of these spirits and is able to make them dark spirits and attack Korra and Jinora when they need to. Like, he's strong right now in there. So Korra is going to have to go to one of the portals, I think, and go through the portal so that she can use her bending in there and stop all this from happening. But yeah. Was there anything else? I know it's like I haven't talked about much, but as I said, most of this episode was like Alice in Wonderland stuff, which I don't have much to say about. I can't really talk too much about it. I also am curious, like, with unalaq and Vaatu, because I don't think they've gone over what unalaq thinks Vaatu, like, why exactly he's trying to do all this stuff for Vaatu. Because is it just that he's been corrupted by him? Like, it feels like there's more to it than that, because he said he wanted the balance of spirits or whatever, but it's clear that Vaatu isn't, like, I mean, unless he thinks for spirits to be properly balanced, Vaatu needs to be out as well as whatever the light spirit, isn't it? They said it several times in this episode and I forgot. I'm so sorry. What's the name of the light spirit? Rava. So if Vaatu and Rava are both out, obviously they're doing like a constant yin yang, and they're keeping the peace. So I wonder if it was Rava who was trapped in that tree or whatever, and Vaatu was creating chaos, would unalaq be trying to get Rava out just to make sure to regain the balance? Or is it like the whole idea of like protecting the spirits and doing all this for the balance or whatever is just him bullshitting for whatever his true goal is? I don't know. But regardless, that's Legend of Korra, baby. So that was episode 10. Please make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. My Patreon account has full-length early access and exclusive videos. You can get like the next 4 episodes or something on there right now, at least. So you can probably, I think, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you go to my Patreon account, we'll be finishing season 2 on there now. Maybe we'll be even in season 3, I'm not sure. So go check it out in the description below. But thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.